is Friday, November 1st. Happy Friday, happy November. We're going to do a 3-card tarot card reading using the Rider-Waite Classic Tarot deck. And I will pull 3 cards. We'll discuss what they mean intuitively. And then on the recap, we'll just briefly discuss what we are seeing more in the way of what the tarot means traditionally. So the first card that we pulled is the Eight of Pentacles in forward facing. The Eight of Pentacles is all about starting from the bottom, creating a strong foundation in your workspace or your career. Nothing was given to you. Everything that you did had to come through hard work and creation. You're the type of person, especially if you're the person that's hearing this reading tonight and it meshes or gels with you, you're the type of person who really, as much as we all wish to have like something just handed over to us, we're really not that class of people. We are hardworking people, and we have to start from the basics, start from the beginning, start from, the place of birth, if you will. You're also not the type of person that can just come in the middle and pick up where somebody else created or after someone else has created something. For example, if somebody, like, let's say, opened up a yoga studio and they had it for a year before you, and then just said, you know what, I'm going to give you this yoga studio, I want you to take over, I want you to help the clients, and I'll just give it to you for free. While that would be exciting to own your own yoga studio, you are the type of person that would typically have to recreate your energy inside of the yoga studio. I don't know if you just saw that, but there are orbs flying behind my head, and don't think I didn't notice that. This is crazy. I swear. Staying in hotels is not my favorite thing. Did you guys see it? It just flew over my head. And definitely when this video gets shared on the community, I can't wait to see what you guys say in the comments. So the space that you're in as far as work and career goes now is a little bit further than just being at the bottom. It's more like you're still in the energy of creation and manifestation, the fundamentals, the foundation, but you're working towards something, and you know that. You are beyond the space of it just being that very first step. I would say that you're not necessarily in the middle, but you're still very much in the beginning stages of where you need to be, and you are headed for a path and destined for a path of success. I feel that whatever it is that you're working on at this present moment, if you were the person just happened to hop on tonight, and you happen to tune into this feed, a lot of people ask me, privately, they'll, send me a message and say, that message or that reading was specifically for me. How do you do that? How does it work out that you don't necessarily know who's going to be logging on, and that reading is specifically for me? And I feel like maybe in the beginning, before we knew who was joining us in the YouTube community and on the Instagram community, yes, I don't know who's going to hop on every night. But the fact of the matter is, if you were the person who saw the video, you most likely were the person that it was intended for. I think the universe connects us to people that are supposed to be in our lives, and it connects us to people who are supposed to teach us things. And, ultimately it sets us up for, our future. So if you're tuning in and you happen to catch this feed or this reading and you feel like it's speaking to you, chances are that you were that you were intentionally sent onto the feed through the universe to be able to hear the message this evening. So if you are working on something as far as career goes, or a business plan or work, and even if it's creativity and not necessarily career or work, I would say that you are not in the beginning stage. You are definitely on your path and on the road to success. Well, if there was any question about what this reading was about tonight, because last night's reading was all about work. P.S. Time out a moment. Last night's reading, as you know, Mercury went into retrograde yesterday. I'm sorry that my words are all discombobulated today. Actually, I'm future apologizing as well for all the other days that my words are discombobulated, because I never speak clearly. I always make mistakes. It's almost like English wasn't my first language. Yesterday I did a reading, and the reading was actually speaking to me. Midway through the reading, I was like, whoa, this reading is for me. And I typically join the Instagram community first, then I'll record on the YouTube channel, then I'll say goodbye to the YouTube community, and then I hop back onto the Instagram community to thank those people that have been with me since the start, because we started this on Instagram back in April. So I was just about to click off on the YouTube channel, and the Instagram shut down. I was unable to share the video. I was dumbfounded. I have no idea what happened. Usually, like, if a call comes through on my personal cell phone while I'm recording, sometimes it will kick me off. Or if I overstay my welcome on the Instagram community and we're live for too long, Instagram will kick me off as well. But none of that happened. It was like a short reading. It was a fluid reading. Everything was going well. And before I could even say goodbye and share the video, it was gone, and it was gone forever. The cool thing is, if you missed last night's reading, it is on the YouTube channel. I was able to, not all of it, it also shut off on YouTube as well. It shut off like in the middle of the recap. But I was able to share it on the YouTube channel, and it is up there if you want to see, if you have something going on with work, and if you want to see what it's about. It was pretty amazing how card 3 connected to 2 and 2 connected to 1. And here we are on the second night, where I see it's definitely like a question of, like, what am I supposed to be doing in my life? This is not me, Jenna, you, the community. Like, what am I supposed to be doing with my life? Am I moving in the right direction? I'm having all this, doubt and fear, and I'm hoping I'm not sabotaging my thoughts by being in my head too much, because if that is you at this time, I will tell you this. I just pulled the Wheel of Fortune as card number 2. It is reversed, which lets me know that the things that you're trying to implement, whatever change it is that you're trying to implement in your life, whatever change it is you're trying to make as far as career or school and education and work goes, I would say that you're doing the right thing by, really not just jumping in, but thinking about it wholeheartedly in a full spectrum, at all angles, at all costs. Last night we were talking about not spending any money. Right now it's time to start to save money. I was even saying, like, in regards to Christmas shopping, maybe this is the Christmas that you make something that you're really good at, or if you are a teacher of some sort or an educator of some sort, you gift somebody, a class of yours, or whatever it might be, whatever it is that you're good at. I would say start working on giving that away rather than going and buying presents during this holiday season, because there is a big change coming, and it's saying to hold on to your finances and not to be spending as much as you have been spending. That could be even something small like, packing meals and eating at home. The truth of the matter is, I have been meal prepping. Last Saturday night, I think it was last Saturday night. Yeah, Juan came over last Saturday night. I was meal prepping. I bought, some healthy food and prepped it so that I have like 5 meals already stored, so that if I get hungry and I can't think about what I need to eat, I just take it out and it's all set to go. So, choose wisely what you're spending your money on, and think about pulling back and scaling back a bit. But the universe is seeing that you are trying to recreate a portion of yourself, and it's recognizing that and saying that you are in alignment with where you need to be. You're not 100% there, but they're recognizing all of this change, and it's saying, like, yes, we see that you want change, and we see that you're trying to make sacrifices and the necessary adjustments to get that change, but don't give up, because you're just not there yet, but it's coming. And the third card is about love and romance. It has nothing to do with work, unless you're having an issue with somebody at work, okay? The Devil card is the third card in forward facing. So maybe you're in some sort of lusty romance, or you're feeling a lot of sexual energy around you right now. Maybe you're feeling not as practical and a little bit more tempted by temptation, if that makes sense. There is this image of 2 lovers feeling that they are bound to one another. One is through passion and one is through excitability. We see the image of these 2 people being drawn together to one another, but they have chains on their necks, and the chains are loose. So they are not bound to each other through being stuck in this unhealthy relationship. It's more about passion and lust and sexual desire. Okay? So don't feel like you're stuck right now. Just know that there is something that is drawing you near to someone or something that you're feeling might be taboo, or you're worried that it won't last. This card has come up a lot over the summer of 2019. A lot. Like multiple times. So obviously this is something that's, you know, going levels deep, if you will. You may have experienced this kind of energy around you before and have been through temptations in the past, and it's, you know, presenting itself yet again. You know, maybe you're thinking about going back to some old relationship that didn't work out. Maybe you and your lover are recreating this new energy between the two of you. Maybe it's you and someone else and not your regular lover. It could be some situation at work. It could be some situation at home. I mean, I'm not trying to be vague. I'm trying to give you more of an example of what kind of energy this could be. I'm not just saying like, oh, it could be at the grocery store. It might be at the library. It might be at Chick-fil-A. I'm just saying, like, it could be many different things. So I'm just letting you know, because sometimes people message me afterwards and say, you know, how could this reading be applied to what I'm going through at work or what I'm going through at home? This could be a work situation where you're, you know, bothered by somebody in your, you know, workplace, and you're just not getting along. So just be on the heads up for this type of energy. All right, so we pulled the Eight of Pentacles, forward facing. We pulled the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and we pulled the Devil in forward facing. So traditionally this means there's a big change coming through finances. There's a slow change coming in your personal life, and there's a hot and heavy change coming for you in your romantic or sexual life. I thank the YouTube community for joining me this evening on Friday, November 1st. You can check us out here at least 6 nights a week.